Our first guest tonight was a defensive menace over his 4 years at BYU before he was drafted by the Ravens in the third round of the 2016 NFL Draft. Our pleasure to welcome back to the Wise Guys, Bronson Kaufusi. Good to see you.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks, guys.
It's always good to have you in here.
I love
You're
it.
big, giant. You were mean on the field, but you're such the nicest guy. How do you blend that?
I blame my dad.
You blame your dad? Wait, what about your mom?
Oh yeah, she's competitive. I've been racing her like on my birthday every year.
Is that right?
Still? Yeah, she's so competitive.
Hey, what'd you think of that Big 12 championship game? Let's get your thoughts as we kick things off.
Yeah, I felt like we started off great. Honestly, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then I felt like once the turnover started to happen, that's where it just kind of got away from us. So it was just tough to, catch back up.
Have you ever been in a game that you've played in where you're in the game and then all of a sudden you just can't take care of the ball and the wheels fall off? Have you been in one like that at any level?
My senior year at BYU against Utah. We were 28-0.
That's right.
In the bowl game, yeah, against Utah, yeah.
And that was kind of the same thing, like pick sixes and the ball just couldn't hold on to the ball. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
To me, it was the reverse of the Kansas State game last year.
Oh,
do you remember in that 2-minute period right before halftime, right? Like all of a sudden Kansas State couldn't hold on to the ball, and next thing you know, BYU was just massacring them. And BYU wasn't that much better than Kansas State, but that night they were, right?
Turnovers.
So turnovers are just killers, aren't they?
Especially when they lead to points. Like turnover and how fast they lead to points matters. Yeah.
Bronson, how significant was it to be in that game in just the third year in the Big 12, the third year as a power team in a power conference? How significant was it that BYU was even in that game?
Oh, it's huge. It's massive. Just because you look at the NIL landscape as well, being in that game helps on multiple fronts as a program, but then also on the recruiting front, which is kind of where my mind always goes is, okay, we can go out and get great players and they'll come and we've shown them that, hey, we can go play in the championship. So I think it'll be huge for us moving forward, being able to get great recruits.
Yeah.
What does BYU need to do now to take it? When I say to the next level, I mean they're already in the Big 12 championship game, which is remarkable. But to be favored to win those games and to be considered, hey, this is a every year college football playoff kind of a team. Do they have that potential to be able to be in that group that they go, yeah, they should be in this thing every year? And what's it going to take to get to that point?
I think so. I really do think so. Just because, for me, I go down to the very root of it, which is, okay, how does the recruiting funnel look, and how can we build from there? I know one thing that was tough. It was, okay, if one of our best players goes down, can we reload? Mm-hmm. And I think we are going to see that catch up to us here with just our recruiting funnel, where we're going to have 2-3 deep that are all going to be stellar players and can go in and make a difference.
Think of the difference between just 4 years ago and the trajectory of 5-7, then 11-2, and then 11-1, and in the Big 12 championship game. Didn't win it, but next year the next step forward is to go to that game with just a little bit more and win that.
Yeah. Oh. That's going to be awesome. I think we have the right trajectory, like you just said. And I think being able to be a team where people see you on their schedule and strikes fear in them, that's what we want.
Yeah, that is nice. So defensively, you played on the defensive side of the ball. Where would you like to see this team get better? They've been really solid the last couple of years, a top ranked defense. Is there an area where you go, man, if we could just get better here, we could be dominating?
Yeah, I think for me personally, when I'm watching the games, I like to watch obviously the front seven, and they have had a lot of turnovers. But I think if we can, when we're around the quarterback, if we can get the ball out more on those turnovers, because you can have, I think BYU's ranked maybe top 50 in sacks, and it's just a stat that I keep track of, right?
Sure.
But if we can take, even, I don't know, 10% of those, that's 3. If they have 30 sacks on the year and they have 3 of those sacks turned into turnovers that lead to points, even if you have 6 of those. So 20%, like that adds up over time. And so I think if we can take sacks, turn them into turnovers, I think that would be really exciting, or points. I think that would be a big thing for me.
Follow up to that one. In this game against Texas Tech, Baron Morton's not known as a like crazy footwork guy, but he does have escapability. There were multiple times in that game where BYU dialed up a blitz or a stunt, and somebody came free. And they had a beat on the quarterback, and that quarterback made a miss and bought time, got rid of the ball, and either came back to the line of scrimmage and played or completed a ball downfield. What is the key? Because you've come off the edge as a defensive end when all of a sudden you're free and it's just you and the quarterback. What's the key to making that play and not missing on the quarterback? Because it seems like BYU's done that a bunch this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors, honestly, that go into that. But I think a few that come to mind are, knowing where the pressure is coming from and knowing on this particular play call where the quarterback could escape. Where's his easiest way out? Because that's probably where he's going to go, because he's going to escape from the pressure. And so knowing that, and if I'm coming off the edge, if I come free, just completely free, I have to be able to go back to my fundamentals, which are, okay, I need to go get that, I need to go get that shoulder. Instead of maybe cut it off a little bit too, steep to get in front of him a little bit, I need to go to that shoulder, because quarterbacks, you have to know their tendencies as well. Like, does he spin out and go out the back, or does he come up? Does he, it's all of that. But you have to do all of that in a matter of milliseconds. So it's just,
I think people think, oh, there's just a standard thing you do. This is what you always do. What you're saying is, oh, no. You need to know that. Does he always step up?
Yeah.
Does he spin back out in reverse? Like, what does he do? So when you're coming downhill, you're thinking, this guy usually does this, so I'm going to aim here. Yeah. And then of course, you got to break down and make the play.
Yeah. And when you're there making the play, from good to great here, good is make the play, great is get the ball out. And that's where you start to, affect the game and the record of the team as a defensive player that's going to be in the backfield a lot.
Former Cougar Bronson Kaufusi is with us on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus, Mountain America Credit Union, and by Eddie. How significant is Kalani Sitake's contract extension with the reported financial support for his staff and for the NIL coffers? Now that we had a week to digest, how big of a deal is it?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, I think it's awesome. He's our guy. I didn't play for Kalani, but I know him, and I've helped him, with things, and I think he's just such a great, not just a great coach, but just a great man that shapes these young men into who they're meant to be when they're done playing this game. And so I think having that long-term vision is so important, and it makes you want to play hard for a guy like that. Like, as a player, like when you have a guy like that, you want to play hard for him just because he's got your back.
Look at these records from the last 2 seasons. Indiana and Oregon, they're the best at 24-2. Ohio State is third at 26-3. Notre Dame's 4 at 24-5. Then there's Georgia at 23-4, and then there's BYU at 6 at 22-4.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Listen to those names, right?
Yeah. It's culture too. That's, I think, when I think of Kalani, it's just Kalani culture. Like that's the in between part of, what he's built there. And I think it's hard to, you're going to win a lot when you have the right culture.
We keep hearing players, because recruiting class, they just landed the top recruiting class in the history of BYU that's going to be coming. And last year was a really good recruiting class. Pula Brothers flipped from Utah to BYU. And everybody says, well, this culture, I want to be in this culture. Like this, what is it, the secret sauce to this culture that Kalani's created that everybody's saying, yeah, that's where I have to be. I want to be in that culture. What are they talking about?
You know what they're really talking about, and this is for me looking at it with my experience as a player, is you look at it and you feel championship culture. What is that? Well, it's when I can go join a team and they want me to bring my talents and for me to be the best that I can be. And so players can feel that when they get around the team and they visit and things, instead of, me going to a place where, hey, you're going to do it this way, and you're still going to win that way. But you might not win as much because you don't get to bring who you are. Like, I feel like Kalani wants each player to be the best that they can be, and whatever that is, I mean, he's all for it. So bring your personality, bring anything that you have with you, and let's make you great.
BYU doesn't get everybody, but of the kids who actually come to campus on their recruiting visits, it seems like they get most of them once they've come and tasted just what you've described.
Yeah. No, I think, I mean, it's so vital being able to be around the people, because it's who you're going to spend time with. And as an athlete, you're going to be around, you're trying to see what is the culture of the team. Is it fun? Is it exciting? Are the players, when they come in, are they excited to be there? Right? Because there are teams where the culture is not like that. And so you want to be a part of something like that. And then you have parents that come and, they see, oh, wow, they feel something different here. And it's just that family culture that has been built that really people walk away remembering. And that's why I think a lot of players end up coming.
Yeah.
Kalani has a few phrases. He says, love and learn. So he talks about this is a program built on principles of Jesus Christ and loving one another and learning. Mm-hmm. He talks about stay humble and stay hungry, right? Mm-hmm. So he's got these catchphrases. But I want to take that one, love and learn. Some people misinterpret that like, how can you be a tough football team and have that as your theme? And how can you say, hey, we got to be Christ-like and we got love and be tough guys in football?
Yeah.
But somehow he's mixed those two together, and they have the reputation as one of the most physical teams in college football. How is he doing that?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I think when you say love and learn, it's, you would think like, oh, yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of nice guys out there. And it's like, well.
A bunch of return missionaries.
Yeah, a bunch of return missionaries, right? Waking up those hamstrings. But I think and that's something that I had to learn too, right? Even as a player, coming home from my mission and just growing up, right? With my dad was a football coach and I was always a nice guy. He taught me to be that nice guy, but I love it because it's the nice guys you have to worry about, because if the nice guy draws a line in the sand and says, this is it, they're committed. And so that's what I think love is being committed. And I think Kalani helps players be committed to, hey, when we walk across the white lines, we're going to be physical. We're going to be tough. We're going to be feared. And this is the game that we play. And so, which, to me, it's, man, there's a lot of love there, because I have to show up for the guy next to me. The coaches have to show up for us. Like, everyone's showing up for each other. And so, but we're showing up in a way where this is what we are called to do. And this is our job. So we're going to go do it at a high level.
So love the game, love each other, respect the game, and play at a high level, and then respect your opponent, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Big
absolutely.
12 Coach of the Year for Kalani.
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year, L.J. Martin. Freshman of the Year, Bear Bachmeyer. First team, all Big 12, L.J. Martin, Jack Kelly, Tanner Wall, Bruce Mitchell. Second team, Will Farron, Parker Kingston. All those folks are products of the man at the top. And that's Kalani. Let's talk about the bowl matchup, because now all those guys they got 3 weeks to get ready for Georgia Tech in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. What do you think of that matchup?
Oh, that's going to be a good matchup. I had a bunch of buddies that I played with in the NFL texting me all went to Georgia Tech.
Oh, is that right? What are they saying?
Yeah, they're like, they're giving me a hard time, saying, hey, we're gonna kick your butt and all that. But I know that. I was like, oh man, they don't know what they're in for. But they're about to find out.
Like
they're about
says.
to find out.
Yeah, they don't know, but they're about to find out, right?
In a game like this, and both of you were in bowl games where there was a long break, but you want to stay intense and all that. For Bear, it's good because he can get healthy in this break. But how did you manage time between the last game and a bowl game?
You know what? I was studying for finals, I remember. Doing a lot of studying, but no, I felt like, for me, as far as the preparation goes for the bowl games, I felt like it was kind of like this is the statement I'm making going into the next year.
Yeah.
And so that was the mindset of, I'm going to prepare the best I prepared. I'm going to get as healthy as I can. And when I go out there and play in the bowl game, I'm going to make a statement. and it's going to be the foundation I'm going to build off of for next year. So I think for me, that's how I viewed it.
I would think that's how the returners would view it. And then maybe for the guys like Jack Kelly, it's one last chance to leave an impression. And you're on ABC. You're not like lost on the TV networks. You're just right there in front of everybody.
Yeah, it's awesome. That is a really fun part is, for those guys that are going to get that opportunity to go on to the next level, it is a great, because people are watching. I mean, they watch everything, but I mean, to be able to play against a good team and you're going to go up against other guys that are, most likely draftable and could play at the next level, it's a great opportunity to show what you can do. So, I mean,
what do you think about these guys that opt out? Like, I get it, I guess, if you're first round draft pick, although Colorado last year, you had, potential, Heisman Trophy winner, and he didn't opt out. I actually respected that. But what do you think about some of these guys going, I'm not going to play in a bowl game?
Yeah. It does kind of kill the bowl game energy a little bit when your whole team's on out there. Right. With Colorado, did those players take like an insurance policy or something to be able to?
I think they did.
I think they did something.
But you remember that Deion just said, no, we don't do that. We're playing. Yeah. Everybody played. Yeah, and they didn't play great, but I really respected that.
Yeah, I respect it too, because you've been battling all year, and now like you're gonna not go play in the game. I get it's that's tough, because the mentality is no, we play anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Those guys going to that game, the game was sold out. 8 million people watched it, most watched bowl game of the non-playoff games. So there's a reason to show up and do it. If it's just about yourself, and you can justify self stuff all the time, right?
Yeah.
But Deion sent his guys out there in front of a full stadium. BYU whooped them, but more people saw it, huge paydays, and it didn't hurt their draft stock, I don't think, of anybody.
Yeah. No, yeah. And I think it's just another opportunity to show what you can do. And if you're not a first rounder, it's, they kind of already know kind of the first rounders at this point, right? But if you're a guy that's a bubble guy and, you take the opportunity, you can make a splash and then ride that into the different things that follow that, which are the All-American games and all of that stuff. So there's my boy Teka.
I was telling Teka to come over. Teka, come over
here, buddy.
Come over here. What are you guys
doing, everyone? Uncle Blaine, come in.
Come here. Yeah, Blaine's our neighbor.
Hey, buddy. This is my guy right here. This is Teka. And he's going to... What position are you going to play when you
Defense.
get... Defense. He already knows he's going to play defense, so yeah.
You like BYU's chances in the Pop-Tarts Bowl? Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Good answer.
And this is like, I don't know what generation of football this is, because I played with Bronson's dad and his uncle and all those guys.
Well, four then.
This is right here. This is the next generation.
He is.
Now the Kaufusi guy's gonna play some football, right, Teka?
You and Foster.
So tell everybody all over the world hello from the Kaufusis.
Hello.
There you go.
Merry Christmas.
All right, buddy.
Awesome. Hey, 5 questions for Bronson's presented by Strategy Square. Let Chantel help your business grow through social media. Learn how at strategysquare.co. So tonight, you ready to reveal your top 5 BYU games?
Ooh, my personal top 5 or just overall?
Your just favorite games of BYU in history. They don't have to be ones you played in.
Yeah.
Your favorite ones ever.
And
and we don't have to do them in order, right?
Yeah.
You can just name 5.
But you can save the best one for last, because you probably know what that is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do know a little bit of my BYU football history for sure. So
I'm sure you do.
I mean, you have both those holiday bowls. That's 80.
80 and
that was McMahon, and then 84.
Oh yeah,
the national championship.
So national championship.
So
and
both of those are got to be up there.
SMU and national championship. Yes,
those have to be up there.
Okay.
And then I would say, just because I've read books about it, and my uncle played in it, and he made a play on the goal line in this game. It was the Miami game in '91.
Oh yeah,
Miami.
Yep.
So that's a game I know of for sure. And then, I mean, this is for me going down. You're going to the Utah BYU era,
right?
Yeah.
So I start to think about the games that I watched. I've watched so many, but the 2 of them that I was at, live. It was back to Harleen. I was there.
Oh yeah.
And then I was also there for 4th and 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Collie.
You just named 5. Those are all epic.
Does that count? Okay, am I there? I don't know. I don't know.
What's the favorite BYU game you ever played in personally?
You know, it's kind of interesting because for me, honestly, well, there's 2, and they're both in my senior year, and it was the first game against Nebraska because that was crazy because Taysom got hurt.
Yeah,
you know, Tanner comes in, throws a Hail Mary, we win the game. They hadn't been beat in a home opener in like 30 years against Nebraska.
Dave and I were there.
Yeah, that was an amazing game, but it was so great. But your heart was broken a little bit because of Taysom. Yeah, so that was a great game, but it was just like, oh yeah, that was tough. But then honestly, like outside of that, my senior year game, it was against Fresno, but that game was a big one for me just because it was the first time that in that 4-year span, I believe, where we won all our home games.
Oh yeah,
and it had to happen for a while. So that was one of our goals as seniors. You know, as captains, was like, hey, we want to win every home game and not lose at home.
Protect LaBelle's house.
Yeah, and that was a big part of, and we actually did it, which was awesome. And those home games, I felt like those were always my best games that year. You know, making plays.
Do you have a favorite basketball game that you played in?
Oh, I loved playing against Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I love it.
They didn't love that.
Because they didn't love it because you used to beat the crap out of their centers. So take us back to that game because people forget that you played both sports at BYU and you have one of the greatest upsets and so yeah, you loved playing against the Zags.
Yeah, right? I just you know, it's kind of like in football when you it's different. Football and basketball are so different because, you know, when you're going to go play against a team like Gonzaga, who's a highly ranked basketball team, it's interesting because, you know, it's just a different, how you change the game for yourself personally. It's just different than in football, how you change the game. And you have to use your energy and emotion different. So for me, with the basketball, I knew my role, and that was, you know, when I go against them, it's just to show like there was no fear. And so I was always super physical with them to kind of like set a tone, like, hey, we're going to be here all night. Like, let's go. We're not going to back down.
Like a brick wall.
Yeah, we're going to compete.
Hey, I'll be here all night.
Yeah.
So who I'm trying to remember who the center was that you played against. Up there.
Olenek.
Oh, that's right. Olenek. Kelly Olenek. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player. I saw him at the Jazz. He's playing on the Jazz.
He's really good. And you kind of gave him all he could deal with phically, didn't you?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I loved it.
That's all good stuff.
How often do we have somebody in here that played basketball and football at BYU?
Often.
And at a really high level?
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. 5 questions presented by Strategy Square. We thank Bronson. Give Hillary and the kids our best for the holiday season. By the way, what did Hillary think of the soccer team and the way they finished?
Oh man, we watched all the games and oh man, when they were in that, we were watching it. When they were kicking those PKs.
Oh, yeah.
There's a goalie, right? She played goalie at BYU. So she's watching it, and it was, wow, that was the most I think we've ever seen. But it was, we couldn't keep our eyes off of it.
It was an amazing run just to win the Big 12 for the first time and then get into the NCAA tournament. And the goalie, she was on the show. She was phenomenal. Yeah. Coming out of nowhere. Yeah. You know, it's a great goalie story. So I figure your wife loved that.
Yeah. And Hillary was an All-American goaltender, right?
She was a great goalie. Yeah.
She was great. And she's just recovering from ACL reconstruction.
You know what? Flag football was calling her name.
She got her playing football.
She was making plays out there.
How ironic is that?
Yeah, she was playing. You know, we've had our baby's 15 months old, and she's out there making plays and getting after it. She's the competitive one out of both of us. She kicks my butt in golf and you know, ping pong and pickleball. And, you know.
So Bronson, you're how tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
6'7", right?
Yeah.
And how tall's Hillary?
She's like 6'1", a little over 6'1".
6'1". Yeah. All-American, professional athlete, football, basketball. Hillary can play any sport. And so if you don't think Teka is going to be good, you're all wrong.
We look forward to many more Kaufusis coming through BYU. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was always fun to be
Merry
on.
Christmas to you and
Thanks,
your gang.
Bronson. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
Bronson Kaufusi. Again, we used the word menace when he was on the field playing football at BYU and then into the NFL and a great attitude. Just love having him here. Yep. Great insights.
So, thanks, Bronson. Bronson's he truly is family. So Bronson, I've known his mom since she was a little girl because his mom was Craig Garrick, our captain from my team's sister, and so I met his mom long ago, Michelle, our mayor for a number of years here, and the Garricks and the Kaufusis have been family to us forever. So always love having Bronson in. Yeah, we should have been recruiting Hillary and Bronson's kids in the womb.
I hope we are. I hope we're doing it right now.